Hello, and welcome to Getting It Done, a podcast about music, education, and life lessons. I'm your host, Tim Rausenberger. Today is Thursday, June 6th, 2019. This is episode 283. At the end of the day, live your life. This episode is dedicated to the loving memory of Adele. At the end of the day, you're another day older, and that's all you can say for the life of the poor. It's a struggle, it's a war, and there's nothing that anyone's giving. One more day standing about. What is it for? One day less to be living. At the end of the day, you're another day colder, and the shirt on your back doesn't keep out the chill. And the righteous hurry past. They don't hear the little ones crying. And the plague is coming on fast, ready to kill. One day nearer to dying. At the end of the day, there's another day dawning. And the sun in the morning is waiting to rise. Like the waves crash on the sand, like a storm that'll break any second. There's a hunger in the land. There's a reckoning still to be reckoned, and there's gonna be hell to pay. At the end of the day. The three verses I just recited were from the great Broadway musical, Les Miserables. In the song that's played very early on in the musical at the end of the day. How do you live your life? I thought about that a lot over the past week. This episode is dedicated to Adele, a person who was taken from us far too soon. A person who never approached life one day nearer to dying. Rather, she approached it one day less to be living. Because if there's one thing that Adele taught all of us, it's to live your life to the fullest. And the question I have for you, have you been living your life to the fullest? Have you taken all of the gifts that were given to you and shared them with others? Have you made this earth a better place? Because I can tell you, this past week, a very difficult week for many people from my hometown. And I'm not an emotional kind of guy, but I'll tell you, it was very, very difficult in some ways, seeing so many people have to get together because someone had passed away. But I like to look at it a different way, as a celebration of a person's life. And that was what Adele was all about. This is the reason why, no, not dozens, not hundreds, thousands of people came out to say their final farewells. This was not about coming to see someone because you're trying to be a nice person to someone else in the family. That wasn't what this was about. Rather, Adele touched the lives of everyone. And the people who were in that room knew that. And I can't speak for everyone else, But I was somber because the thing that I kept on saying to myself is, it's not fair. It's just not fair. No one should have to die from a horrible disease like she did. But my goodness, why Adele? Why someone who always lived life one day less to be living, never one day nearer to dying? And that was true right up until her final days. You know, they say the wealthiest places in the world, they could be exotic islands, Silicon Valley, or even an oil field. That's not true. Because a wise man once said, the wealthiest place in the world is the graveyard. That's where the thoughts, the ideas, the dreams that were never realized, and they come to you and they look you in the face and they say, we came to you and now we must die forever. At the end of the day, do you want your gravestone to have your name, birth date, death date, and 3 words underneath that read, not used up? Because that's the case with so many people in this world. They have the talents. They have abilities, amazing things that can be done, and they never use them. How many people do you know who are not living? They're just existing. Are you one of those people? Are you willing to make a change? And if not for you, I ask you to do it for all the people in the world who are like Adele, who never took a day for granted, who always lived life to the fullest and made this world a better place and made the people around her happier and much more full because of everything she gave so selflessly. One day less to be living, or one day near to dying. At the end of the day, make sure to live your life.